Good morning to all of you. It's been quite a long time.
So
I
long.
hope we're all doing well.
We are well. We are well. Um,
Great. Mm.
First, let's start because the suggestion from the minority is that the urgency that was promised by the president in dealing with this matter, in getting the law passed, the bill passed, has evaporated. And they've also highlighted the president saying that this is not the priority of the nation at this time, as a betrayal of the promises that were made. Why is the government no longer interested in pushing this urgently?
That will be a complete misrepresentation, distortion, and a deliberate attempt to fudge the matters. Senna, why was this even an urgent situation in the first place? The issues of LGBTQ became urgent matters of national concern when the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo traveled outside of this country and in an interview on gay rights in the country made a statement that it was bound to happen when there was enough mobilization and action and advocacy around those rights in Ghana. When he came back to Ghana, we woke up one day and there were billboards publicly advocating, advertising, promoting LGBTQ activity. It didn't end there. We woke up another morning and a former ambassador, Australian ambassador, was opening a gay center publicly, openly. This is what generated the huge uproar amongst right-thinking Ghanaians. Our faith communities, our traditional communities are like, no. In as much as we cannot promote violence against any citizen, culturally, religiously, we were not going to be actively promoting, advocating for the expansion of homosexuality in Ghana, which ultimately would lead to the promotion or advocacy for the legalization of same-sex advocacy. That is when the matter became a matter of urgent concern. Today, the minority is at a press conference saying that the NDC is not treating the matter with a serious concern. Obviously, we knew their position in the 8 years they were in office. They were unable to do what? Eventually pass the legislation after it was tabled, because we knew the position of the president. He was not about to assent to any piece of legislation that sought to illegitimize the advocacies, promotion, legalization of homosexual activity in the country. What are the facts presently? Because President Akufo-Addo did not assent to the bill that was passed, it elapsed. And a new parliament is in session. Then, as you and I speak, the bill is in parliament. Let parliament complete passing the bill. Let them pass on the bill to the president. And let President Mahama refuse to assent to the bill. Then the minority would have a case to say that, why did you deceive Ghanaians? Or our faith community would have a reason to say that we have deceived Ghanaians. So it is a complete misrepresentation of the president's words to say, because of course, we came and inherited an economy that was collapsed. Pain and hardship was the order of the day for many Ghanaians. So immediately we came into office, The number one priority in that first year of office was amongst the stabilization of the economy so that the bread and butter issues immediately will be assuaged for the mass of our Ghanaian citizens. Please, it is a logical approach to dealing with complex issues that every government needed to deal with. Also, because the president knows that we can walk and talk at the same time. So the fact that the process is ongoing does not mean that we must stop everything else in pursuance of the passage of the bill, which is now out of the executive hands. It's not sitting at the executive level, it's at the legislative level, and it is in parliament. Now, the difference between the NDC today and the MPP yesterday is that publicly, outside the borders of this country, President Mahama has made his personal position on the matter known. Not under his watch would we see an active promotion of LGBT activities in the country. In the same way, not under his watch can we see the promotion of violence against any Ghanaian for perhaps being thought to be a homosexual or any of such thing. No, because the bill does not even promote violence against the LGBT community, other than seeking to make illegal specific actions and the promotion of LGBT activities. That is known. So where we are today is the president is awaiting the passage of the bill. The president has spoken nationally, internationally about his position on the LGBTQ issues and the fact that Ghana as a country will not condone, promote, advocate LGBTQ activities. In Parliament, the Speaker of Parliament, who is a member of the NDC, Speaker Bagwin, who sits on the chair, has never minced words about his position on LGBTQ issues. He's never minced words about it. So we do know that where it sits, the matter will receive the attention it deserves. So this is just much ado about nothing to say for the minority to insist when under their watch they failed to, what do you call it? The president then failed to act upon the wishes of a parliament. That's the difference between the NDC and the NPP.
Mm.
So please, the matter is in parliament. It's not okay.
Yeah. So the promise from the government is that when it gets to the table of the president, you act differently.
If we don't act differently, what will be our reason? Sana, if the bill comes, is passed by a parliament and comes to the president, what will be the basis on which the president will now say that I won't assent to the bill? So please, let us focus on all important matters, but let us not also want to upstage issues or make mountains out of. Today, as we speak, have you seen those billboards up? Because the message has gone down that the country will not accept this. Have you seen open promotion, advocacy of, LGBTQ rights, organizing around the promotion of LGBTQ activity in Ghana, the promotion of same-sex marriage in Ghana? No. The billboards came down and they have not gone up again. And even before this matter became a matter, did we not know that there are, what do they call it, activities of LGBT going on? Were there not interventions? So many, being one of the advocates for the bill, for the longest time, had centers to promote and support members of the community who were seeking psychosocial support. So those interventions have always existed. The problem came about when it did now look like, with the endorsement of the presidency or the president then, because of his comments internationally, that let's start doing, doing more advocacies around it. That is where the uproar came about.
Haja, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's Haja Shamima Muslim, who is Deputy Presidential Spokesperson, speaking to us. Now, a concern of the minority has had with what they feel is a lack of urgency. She says the bill is before Parliament. Parliament is going through the process, but the government has been clear on their stance. That's why some of the things that happened during the tenure of President Akufo-Addo did not happen. So they are clear in their minds as to what their positions are and will sign the bill once it gets to the table of the president. The president will have no reason not to. Well, taking us to 6 minutes past 8 here in the studio. Of course,